Okay, the doctor is in. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Bay Sunday. In our Gotta Get It Done Now society, we tend to forget about some of the important things like rest, relationships, oh yeah, and a good diet. Those three things are the building blocks for our health, but they are often overlooked. Well, our next guest says it's time to slow it down a little bit. In his book, Slow Medicine, Hope and Healing for Chronic Illnesses, he gives you back the tools to take charge of your health, not to mention some happiness, too. Let's meet author Dr. Michael Finkelstein. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Good to have you on board. Slow medicine, what is it?
Well, you know, we're living in a world that's moving so fast, and ultimately that's really at the root of what's ailing us. So to deal with fast, what we need is slow. But the medicine isn't a pill or a procedure, it's really a way of living. And the idea is that there are a lot of variables that affect how we're feeling. And the idea is to figure out what those are and to connect the dots with one plan that works to help our health.
What happened to us? I mean, years ago, the cavemen, indigenous people, they ate what was around them. They didn't move around a lot. I've seen studies where people up in the hills in China, they have communities with no medicine and they live well into their 80s and 90s because they live with what they've got.
Right.
What happened?
Well, I think we have a lot of choices now. You know, resources from technology's source has, you know, increased and made things available to us. It's given us a lot of free time and the luxury of the need for entertainment, if you will. And we've gotten detached from community. We've gotten detached from our neighbors, a process, a way of living, and the natural world itself. And that all contributes to this hyper-frenetic state that I might call sympathetic overdrive, which is chronic and exhausting us and is typified by the word fast. And I think, again, what we need is slow.
How did you change, transform? Conventional doctor, and you started asking yourself some questions, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, when my blood pressure started to rise, when I was about 15 years into my medical practice, and you know, bombarded with so many things and my own genetics and everything else, I went to my own doctor who said, Michael, you may need a prescription. And I asked the question my patients asked me, which was, isn't there something else? And I realized that I was sharing the frustration they had, which was there should be something more than just these pills. And it forced me to go back to school to study that answer, which fortunately there is a great vast array of knowledge in health and healing from around the world, even indigenous cultures on this continent. And it's really fascinating and it's really useful.
Step number one. And is it too late for someone, say, in their 50s or 60s to kind of turn back the clock a little bit?
It's never too late. You know, I actually learned almost the most from my oldest patients who acquired at a point in their lives perspective and the wisdom to start reprioritizing and making choices that in essence are all about the relationships of their life. Step number one is really to ask the question, what is health and why do I want to be healthy? What's my life's purpose? What am I living for? And it's that question that gets to the fundamental heart of who we are and why we should and want to take care of ourselves.
And that's what when you say living from the heart, I guess, right?
That's right.
And being true to yourself.
Yeah, it's about passion and purpose. It's very hard to motivate ourselves or even amass the energy we need to make change if we don't really love what we do. And if we're talking about ourselves, we ultimately need to love ourselves in order to do what we need.
Absolutely. And how about relationships? They play a key part too, right?
Yeah. I say that the best barometer for our health is reflected in the quality of our relationships. So you can think of why you want to be healthy, and it's usually because of your desire to be with other people, the way a grandparent might want to play with his children, or partners may want to walk on the beach and friends climb hills. And these are the things that we want to have our health for. And so this is the motivational tool, and ultimately it's a great reflection on how we're doing.
And how do you activate your body's ability to heal?
Right. Well, I mentioned sympathetic overdrive, and that's needs to be counteracted with the parasympathetic nervous system, which is typified by that word slow. So deep breathing, rest and restoration, wholesome food, connection to other people, nature, or an appreciation for divine beauty, all those things are really essential.
We all need to take a step back, don't we? Enjoy the moment, take a deep breath and go, God, I'm glad I'm here.
I think that's fundamental. It's great. Yep, that's exactly right.
Okay. Well, Doctor, all the best with the book. Thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
All right. For more information about slow medicine, log on to slowmedicinedoctor.com. That's slowmedicinedoctor.com. And finally, a personal note, our beloved producer, Farron Hadley Lackey, has been here for a little over a year now, and because of her, she books all the guests here and has done a terrific job. She's moving on to bigger and better things. So, Farron, we're thinking of you. All the best, and you will be missed. That's it for Base Sunday. Until next time, folks, have a great week.